Hey everyone, Kim Levinsky here for the next update of the Tahoe 200 journey. Today is Tuesday, May 31st. And man, Tahoe is so soon. It's so soon. Tomorrow will be the 2-week mark from when we leave. We're leaving on Wednesday, June 15th. And the race starts 2 days later on the 17th. So all of the emotions are happening and they're coming in stronger and stronger every day. A lot of excitement. Definitely feeling some, nerves, feeling some fear, all the things. So it's fun. It's a fun place to be. I'm feeling ready. Last week was a solid week of training, finished with around 74 miles and 10,000 feet of climbing or so. So it wasn't too crazy with elevation. But got in 2 good runs during the week that were a few hours long, 2 good hikes that were a few hours long. Got in 2 strength workouts, and then on the weekend I did back-to-backs on Saturday, Sunday, so around 20 miles Saturday, and I think it was like 18 and a half on Sunday. So it was a solid way to end training. I feel good about it. So this week the taper has begun. Like I said before, I usually don't do too well in taper, but I'm going to do better. I'm going to do well. That's my goal, is to really nail the taper. To resist temptations to cram in anything else, because it really doesn't matter at this point. The goal is going to be to stay active, get some good hiking in. I've got my strength workouts coming from Chris. We're doing 1 more week of intensity, and then it's going to cut back and transition to some body weight exercises in the gym. And the heat training started today. Was it good? Was it fun? It was an experience. Was I counting down every second to the 15 minutes ending? Yes, it was. I'm such a baby with the heat. But I'm going to do about 6 more sessions. Going to do 7 total before Tahoe happens. The idea is to help with the altitude, to get some good adaptation before taking off for Tahoe. So trying to do every little thing I can to get ready and just hope for the best. In terms of the altitude in the past, thankfully I've never gotten sick. I've gotten as high as, I think, like 10 or 11,000 feet. And I just feel winded. That's the only thing. Feel much more winded when I'm hiking and running. So thankfully I haven't felt sick, like headache or nauseous or anything. So hoping that'll be the case. And then, with the heat training, hopefully that'll help a little bit more. And, I feel like I'm in pretty good shape, so that should the fitness should also help. But that has begun. Today was the first sauna session, and I'm gonna do about 6 more. So that's the update on what training looked like the last week, and then what it's gonna be this week. I'm not gonna be doing double sessions anymore. The last few months I've been doing. Following the mantra, make your hard days hard. So I've been doing run days with the strength training. So now I'm just going to do single workouts and really cut back the intensity the next 2 weeks and try to chill. So that is what's going on with training. I've got some fun clips to share with you that I took with the GoPro on Saturday and Sunday. But before I do that, I want to shout out my friend Olivia O'Neill, who just started her company called Lightfoot Athletics. And this is a fleece hoodie that she makes. So she does all made to order running hiking gear. She's out in Boulder, Colorado. Met her, she used to be on the East Coast, and then she moved out to Boulder. It was a real loss for the East Coast, because her and a couple other friends, Elise and Trisha, they all left us here they were in the Brooklyn area, and now they're out in Boulder. Anyway, I digress. The Alpha hoodie, it's awesome. Okay, so it's super lightweight. It's made with what's called Polartec Alpha fleece. So it's good for like all weather conditions, warm weather, hot, cold weather as well. And I'm excited to use this in Tahoe, because the idea is you can use this as a base layer and then throw a windbreaker on top of it, and it acts as like a puffy jacket. So I love that, because I feel like I always overheat in my puffy if I'm out there on the trail. I'm going to have the puffy with me, but this is going to be a nice option as well. So check it out, lightfootathletics.org. Shout out to Olivia. I'm so happy for you. I love when friends start their own small businesses. Entrepreneur life is really cool. So do everything I can to support them. So I love it. Thank you. It's going to be coming to Tahoe, and it's going to get some good use. So So that is the update for this week. I'm gonna play some clips for you for Saturday and Sunday, and that'll wrap it up. We'll check back in next week for the week countdown and let you know how things are going leading up to Tahoe. So thanks for tuning in, and we'll catch you on the next update. Yeah, so 20 miles today, and then gonna come back out, and I might end up just doing the same loop again tomorrow. I got some friends coming out, and yeah, this trail's just, it's so pretty, it's mellow, it's not technical. Elevation is pretty chill, so that's the goal this weekend. Last two bigger efforts, and then shutting it down to the taper. Yeah, it's really coming down, huh? It's appropriate to end the Tahoe training with a real rainy run. I feel like there's been so many of them for the last year and a half. I was curious this morning to see what the total day count is. 624 days. It's a lot of days working towards Tahoe 200. Makes it even more sweet though, right? Sweeter. I wonder how many of those days were monsoon runs. Seems like almost everyone last summer was. So it's ironic to finish it on this, but this run's going well. Got maybe 5 miles left, and it's beautiful out. I mean, the forest is really pretty, super green. You know, the only bad part of this run is that all of the little newts are out. Those bright orange newts. There's so many of them, and I'm just hoping that I haven't trampled any. But I'm trying to like keep my head on a swivel, looking out for bears, because it's been so active with bears the last 2 weeks or so. But it's keeping things exciting. It's making for a not boring run. Eyes down, looking at the newts. Oh, here's one. And then eyes up to avoid the bears. But these guys are everywhere. It's nice that they're bright colored so you can see them, but anyway, that's the update. Gonna wrap this up. Dry off, rest up for tomorrow. One more big effort, and then taper land. All right, Sunday morning, starting out this long run, last long run of training. This is it. You know, yesterday at the end of the run, I was thinking about, you know, getting all nostalgic, right? You get reflective. I was thinking about when I first started running in 2013. I was in Ohio at the time, didn't have a lot of friends. Wasn't really a great season of life, I would say. But I started running, and I connected with a colleague at the college where I was working, and she was an ultra runner, and she really kind of like took me under her wing, kind of, I like to think of it. She spent a lot of time just like teaching me about running, because I didn't know anything about it, you know, and helped me with a training plan for the half marathon I had signed up for. Was teaching me a little bit about nutrition, and I didn't know anything about it. I don't know, it's interesting. I was just thinking about her. Her name is Hannah Stedge, and the time she took. Listen, it wasn't a lot of time, but it meant a lot to me, especially because just where I was at that point. But she was a really good friend, and I just think about the impact she made on my life, and the trajectory that running has, the way it's impacted my life, and now it's my career with trail races. It's a pretty neat thing to think about the people who make a difference in your life. I think that's why I get so excited about newbie runners getting involved with Sassquad, and even if it's not our race series, just trying the sport for the first time. I don't know, it gets me really excited. I'm passionate about it. And I think that's why it means a lot to me when people are just getting involved for the first time. Because you just really don't know. You don't know what kind of a difference you can make to help somebody out in their journey, like my friend did, Hannah, you know, all those years ago. So there's your little woo-woo reflection, right? I always joke, the peak of training, there's no filter left. I get all mushy and stuff. But those are some happy thoughts to start the weekend, the last run here of the training. So it's gonna be a good day. Last long run. Feels bittersweet. Feels good. A little bit sad, not gonna lie, a little bit sad. Yeah. Anyway, I met my friends Becca and Kool-Aid, we call her, that's her nickname. Her name is Sarah, but we call her Kool-Aid because she went on a rocket ship pretty much from starting her running journey to where she's at now. She's really into the trail and ultra, so she's earned the name Kool-Aid. Anyway, they did a bunch of miles with me. I'm gonna finish with probably like 18 and a half or so, which is great. I feel good. I actually feel better than yesterday, which is interesting, but solid weekend. So this is gonna wrap it up. This is gonna wrap up the training here. I guess the taper's officially starting in like a mile when I get back to the house, which is kind of fun. And a little sad too. You know, I'm remembering this actually from last year, feeling like it was bittersweet when the training officially ended and the taper started. So yeah, that's interesting. Anyway, I did want to mention something I've been doing the last couple runs is just mentally going through in my head the order of all the legs and the names. Feels like elementary school. I should have made flashcards or something, but I don't know, I think it's good just to have that in your mind. So I'm gonna see if I can do it on camera. All right, so the order and who's pacing me for it. Starts out Homewood to Stephen Jones, Stephen Jones Tahoe City, Tahoe City to Brockway, and that's where pick up the first pacer, which is gonna be Dina. She's doing a 30-mile leg, so that's around mile 50. So Brockway to Tunnel Creek to Spooner Summit, and then I get Laura goes Spooner Summit to Heavenly, that's halfway, the turnaround point, mile 100, and that's where Gracie starts pacing me, so she goes, now we go backwards, Heavenly to Spooner, and then Robin does that 30-mile leg, so Spooner to Tunnel Creek to Brockway, and then Laura comes in again, Brockway to Tahoe City, then Grace, Tahoe City to Stephen Jones, and then Dina finishes out the last 10-mile leg, which is Stephen Jones at Homewood. So an idea I got from Matt Klein last time, he did the Triple Crown, he said this was very helpful, was I'm gonna print out each of the legs with the elevation profiles and then also the notes that I've made on each of the sections. I'm gonna make those in like note card format and laminate them, and then we'll all have that. So it's something we can just stick in our pockets, and you know, my goal is aid station to aid station, so I'm only gonna be looking at one card at a time and trying to focus on that. So I think it's gonna work well. I did that with Matt when I paced him at Bigfoot, and that was really helpful for crew and pacing, and I know mentally it was really helpful for Matt to focus on aid station to aid station. So and also because I'm a race director and like crazy type A, I'm probably gonna make a whole binder for the crew, print everything out, have it laminated, just so we have backups of everything that's in paper format. So anyway, that is the rundown. that's it. So, yeah, bittersweet. Bittersweet. But that's it. Taper is officially starting. I'm like half mile from the house and that's it. All right.